Your reading task today, if you choose the mild reading challenge, is to read through Mr. Pierd's Beard. I'm going to read it aloud for you in the video, and then you have to answer the questions independently. If we look at the title of this text, it's called Mr. Pierd's Beard. Okay, and if we look at the picture, we can see that this text is going to be all about Mr. Pierd's beard. And those two words in the title, Pierd and beard, have the same sound in it, so we know that those are rhyming words. Okay, let's read through Mr. Pierd's Beard. Our school had a teacher whose name was Mr. Pierd. Mr. Pierd was well known for his glossy, bushy beard. Mr. Pierd loved his beard. He thought it was fantastic, but only Mr. Pierd knew that it was made of plastic. Every morning before school, he'd glue it to his face. With a special glue he made himself from flour and toothpaste. No one at school suspected the secret of the beard, until one day it happened, the thing that he'd long feared. The whole school had gathered for assembly on the grass. Teachers, parents, their babies, and students from every class. A wind was whipping all around, messing everyone's hair, as Mr. Pierd stood up front, brushing his beard with care. "Attention, please," he commanded over the microphone. He waited for some quiet while his hair got quite wind-blown. All eyes turned his way, but before he could start his speech, a gust of wind blew his beard right off and swept it out of reach. The beard danced across the lawn, and Mr. Pierd gave chase. The wide-eyed crowd watched the frantic man and heard his beard race. Mr. Pierd gave up all hope when the beard started to fly. It landed on the flagpole and waved to him from on high. The silent crowd, as one, let their stored-up laughter roar. A tremendous sound poor Pierdy tried in vain to ignore. To this day the beard is there, flying above the national flag, and Pierdy's face looks better now without that fuzzy rag. So that is the text. Read it again yourself. Okay, there's a few words in there that you might not understand. If you're not sure what those words mean, then highlight them, write them down, and then see if you can go onto Word Hippo and search for the definition or meaning of those words. There's a few words in there that I'll just highlight to you that might be a little bit tricky. Okay, so one of the words is frantic. Frantic means in a panic. Okay, so that word frantic there means if you're frantic, you're a bit panicked. Another word here is lawn. Lawn is the same as grass. It means outside on some open grass. Okay, so if there's any other words that you're not sure what they what they mean, then write them down and search for them on Word Hippo, okay? If you find any new definitions of words, then write them down and take a picture of them and upload them to Seesaw so I can see. Okay, your task after reading through Mr. Pierd's Beard carefully is to answer the questions that I'm going to upload to Seesaw. Write a list, okay, then afterwards write a list of all the rhyming words from the poem, okay? So rhyming words are words that have the same sound. So for example, if we go back to the text, we know that Pierd and beard rhyme, okay? Think about where in a text you usually find rhyming words, okay? It's usually at the end of sentences. So if we look here, we have Pierd and beard, okay? They're usually together at the end of sentences around here, okay? So look at the end of the word, at the end of the sentences. Write all the rhyming words down that you can find. Your next activity, if you want to push yourself and stretch yourself even further, is to go on an adjective hunt, okay? I'll upload a short video later just to explain, recap again about what adjectives are, okay? So it says, can you find all the adjectives, the describing words from the poem? Once you've done that, take a picture of all of the adjectives you can find about Mr. Beard's beard, write them down, and then upload them to Cecil so I can have a look at them. Enjoy this task. It's meant to be really good fun. Okay, it's a bit of an investigation activity. Have fun, and I can't wait to see your learning.